Good evening, students. Today morning, I have completed the first part of the moment of inertia. This is the second class of moment of inertia, where I told I will be discussing some standard theorems. And for time being, you remember this. What is the moment of inertia? Formula is what? Mass of a body. Suppose there is a body is rotate around an axis, right? Axis of rotation. This is the fixed axis. This is the body of mass m, and this is a perpendicular distance from the axis to the point to the mass. Then it is rotating. Then moment of inertia is given by mass and square of the distance. That is what moment of inertia I is equal to m r square. Mass, what is the unit? Mass in kg meter square. This is just a simple formula. I'll tell you how we are going to get all this. This formula also we are going to arrive it. Okay. Now, based on this, there are two theorems, important theorem. One is this parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem. Usually in the examination they'll ask state and prove the perpendicular axis theorem and moment of inertia, that is perpendicular. Then parallel axis theorem, state and prove. But I'll give you the statement of this, or sometimes they'll ask you give only the statement of parallel axis and perpendicular axis theorem, right? See, you have one body, irregular body, right? You have a irregular body, and G is center of gravity or center of mass. This is center of gravity. The entire weight of the body is acting. You can balance the weight of the body. This is a center of mass. This is a position of center of mass. And now you choose some arbitrary point. P is some arbitrary point at a distance of say some distance, say d. D is some distance. D is the distance from the center of mass to the point. This is arbitrary point. Now, moment of inertia. See, what is the moment of inertia of the body? Moment of inertia of a what body? This is a rigid body about any given axis. This is any axis. Any given axis. Okay. And what is this? Moment of inertia of about center of mass. This is moment of inertia through its center of mass. Okay. Now, m, what is the weight of the body? M is the mass of the body. Okay. D is the distance. What is the statement? The statement is this: moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis is equal to the sum means what? Sum of the moment of inertia of the body parallel to its axis. Parallel to its axis, pass through the center of mass. Parallel to the moment of inertia of this body about a axis. What is this axis? This axis through its center of mass. Through its means what? The body center of mass, and the sum of product of mass of the entire body and the square of the distance. What distance? Perpendicular distance. Square of the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. Therefore, this is the statement. I'll read out again. The moment of inertia of a rigid body. See, this is moment of inertia of a rigid body about any given point. This is arbitrary. Any point is equal to, this is equal to sum of moment of inertia of the body about an axis parallel to this axis and through its center of mass, and product of mass of the body and square of the distance, perpendicular distance, square of the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. This is the statement. Okay, the statement you have to write in English. Again, I'll tell you, the moment of inertia of the body about any given axis, is about any given axis I is equal to, that is equal to sum of, sum means what? Addition, right? The sum of moment of inertia of the body, that is moment of inertia of the body about an axis parallel to the given axis and through the center of mass. Moment of inertia of the body about parallel axis through the center of mass, and product means multiplication, product of mass of the body and square of the distance. What distance? Square of the perpendicular distance. Square of the perpendicular distance between the two axes. Therefore, the statement carries 2 marks. See, perpendicular axis theorem, moment of inertia. See, take a laminar. What is a laminar? Is an example of a laminar is a cardboard or a plate or any flat thing. It has an area, but thickness is negligible. Thickness is negligible. The moment of inertia of this plane about an axis. See, you take one particular point. This is an axis. Say suppose z axis. This axis is perpendicular to the plane. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to its plane. This is the plane. This axis is perpendicular plane is equal to, that is moment of inertia about axis, this is equal to the sum of means plus sum of moment of inertia. See, you take two axes mutually perpendicular. This is x axis, this is y axis. They are mutually perpendicular. Is equal to sum of, see here, you take the moment of inertia along x axis. This is moment of inertia along y axis. Therefore, moment of inertia of z axis is what perpendicular to this point, is equal to the sum of moment of inertia about x and moment of inertia about y. Then you have to write in English. I'll read out this. Because x and y are mutually perpendicular axis, x axis and y axis. Therefore, what is this? How to read this? Moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to its plane equal to the sum of moment of inertia of the plane lamina about what? Sum of plane lamina about any two mutually perpendicular axes in the plane. That means the two axes are intersecting at the point O where this axis is passing through. Therefore, Iz is equal to Ix. Right? See, they have asked the question, one question. State the theorem of perpendicular axis in the case of plane lamina. Derive an expression for moment of inertia of a rectangular lamina about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to his plane. The statement 2 marks and explanation is 6 marks. This is a statement and this is a derivation expression. Now whatever I said, the same thing. You have to write the diagram. This is moment of inertia along z axis. This is moment of inertia about y. This is moment of inertia along x axis. The two axes passing through the point O. At this point, you are writing an axis which is perpendicular to both the axes, also perpendicular to the plane. Can you follow? This axis is perpendicular to the plane. Therefore, the moment of inertia of a plane lamina, this is what? Plane lamina about an axis. This axis is what? Perpendicular to its plane. This is perpendicular to the plane is equal to, that is equal to the sum means plus sum of the moment of inertia of the plane lamina about any two mutually perpendicular axis in the plane of the body which this axis intersect to the first axis. Right? This is the statement. Now derive an expression for the moment of inertia of a rectangular lamina. Now I will do the derivation for 6 mark. Now there is a rectangular lamina. Consider a rectangular lamina. This is the length. This is the breadth. Having a mass m, where the entire mass is concentrated here, where m is the mass of the body and thickness is negligible. What do you call laminar? When you say laminar is the one, it is a body of a two-dimensional body. This has an area, but its thickness is negligible. And O is the place where center of mass. O is the point of center of mass. Now I want to calculate the moment of inertia along z axis. Right? What is the moment of inertia? Now they have asked derive the expression for moment of inertia of a rectangular lamina about an axis passing through its center. Passing through the center and perpendicular to its plane. Perpendicular to its plane, is it not? Therefore, I draw two axes. One is x axis, another is what? Y axis, mutually perpendicular. There. Now I am going to calculate moment of inertia along y axis with respect about y axis, moment of inertia about x axis. Now I take this part, moment of inertia along y axis. I want to do it. For that, take this. This is a lamina, right? The length is not. L is the length, B is the breadth, O is the center. Okay, this is the y axis passing through O, y dash you can call, right? Now I will write it for convenience. This is L by 2 plus L by 2. This is minus L by 2. I write like this. For convenient, this is an origin. This is an x-axis. Let see now consider the small strip. Consider a small strip or small element, right, which is at a distance of x from O, right, from O, and this thickness is what? Dx. The width is, and what about the length? Length is b. Then what about the area? What is the area of this? This is a small area, is it not? Small area is what? Length into breadth. What is the length? Small area is equal to, the length is what? B, breadth is dx. Small elementary area. Let rho is the density is equal to mass per unit area. Linear density. This is called linear, now areal density, whatever it is called. Right? This is mass per unit area. This is also, you can write dm by dA. Right? Rho is equal to dm by dA. Therefore, what about the mass of this element? What about the mass of this element? That is dm is the mass of the element. This much, right? Mass of the strip or mass of the element. Therefore, dm is equal to cross multiply rho dA, but dA is what? dm is equal to rho dA is what? B dx. Can you follow? Therefore, mass of the strip, you know, this is mass of the strip. That moment of inertia of the strip, moment of inertia about this y-axis of the strip about y-axis is equal to dA. The moment of inertia is equal to mass of the strip and perpendicular, there is a distance, square of the distance. Square of the distance from the axis of rotation to the strip. Is it not? Therefore, diy is equal to dm x square, but dm value you substitute here, that is rho b dx x square. Therefore, what is the moment of inertia of the entire lamina about x-axis, about entire lamina about y-axis is equal to integrating diy from what? Minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. That is equal to, if integrating this, you are integrating this. This integrating rho b, I am writing x square and dx. Rho is constant, b is constant. Rho b comes out. Therefore, I'll write the upper and lower limit. Integration of x square dx, lower limit and upper limit. This I evaluate here. Iy is equal to rho b. Integration of x square is what? X cube by 3, upper limit L by 2, lower limit is minus L by 2. Take out this 3 outside, that means Iy is equal to rho b by 3 x cube L by 2 minus L by 2. Substitute upper and lower limit, rho b by 3 L by 2 the whole cube minus L by 2 the whole cube. Now this is odd, therefore it becomes minus plus. Therefore, rho b by 3 L cube by 8 minus into minus plus L cube by 8 2 times. Therefore, 2 L cube by 8 rho b by 3. This is moment of inertia about the y-axis. How many times it goes? 4 times. 4 3s are 12. Therefore, Iy is equal to rho b by 12 the L cube. Right? This is moment of inertia about the y-axis. Now, how to calculate the moment of inertia? See, this is L. This is B. That is plus B by 2 minus B by 2. And I am calculating the moment of inertia along x-axis, and similarly, right, same things, consider a small strip here at a distance of what, y, same thing, and this is dy. You need not show all this in the examination. This is dm is the mass, and what is this area, dA is equal to y dx, all the things except what, instead of L, instead of B you have got L, instead of L you got B. Therefore moment of inertia, similarly you can write, similarly moment of inertia about y axis through O is equal to rho B by 12, no, moment of inertia about x axis is equal to rho by 12, instead of B you have to write L, instead of L you have to write BQ. This is 1, this is 2. By adding these two, right, these two, according to perpendicular axis theorem, moment of inertia about the z axis is equal to sum of moment of inertia about the two axes, is it not? Statement, yeah. Z axis is equal to sum of moment of about x axis and moment of about y axis. Therefore, moment of inertia of z axis is equal to Ix plus Iy. What is Ix? We have calculated. What is Ix? Ix is equal to rho by 12 LBQ. Here rho by B, rho by 12 B L cube. Right? Adding these two. Now rho by 12 LB I am taking as a common factor. Here B square plus LB I have taken is what? L square. Then length into breadth. What is it? Length into breadth gives area, is it not? Length of breadth gives area. Therefore, rho by 12, this is area of the laminar, L square plus B square. You know this, rho is equal to, what is this? M is equal to rho into A. Therefore, rho into A is what? Rho into A is nothing but M. Rho into A is equal to M. Therefore, moment of inertia about z axis is equal to M by 12 L square plus B square. Right? Finally, you arrived the expression. What is that? Derived an expression for the moment of inertia of a rectangular lamina about an axis passing through its center and perpendicular to its plane. Here, what is that? M by 12 L square plus B square. Now, how do they divide the mark? Division of the mark. See, this is for 6 marks. 6 marks. Now, writing this diagram. Yeah, this is the first page. For this, writing this diagram, 1 mark they will give. Okay. Then your this much portion for the diagram. That means dm is equal to rho ma. What is that? Linear density, not linear, not linear, areal density. Or if rho is equal to mass per unit area, this is mass per unit area. Writing this m by a or dm by de. This is total mass by total area, infinitesimal mass of the strip, and dA. Now you have to give the description. Consider a small strip of thickness dx at a distance of x from O, right? Then area of the strip is equal to length into breadth. Then what? Mass of the strip is equal to rho into dA. You have to say. Then you have to write this. Therefore, writing up to this is what? 1 mark. Right? This diagram, this 1 mark, 2 mark, you got it. Then moment of inertia. This is the formula you are writing. This one. Moment of inertia about x is equal to mass of the strip and square of the distance. And writing this. And this entire derivation up to this calculation. Okay? Writing this 1 mark I give. Because now you are calculating the value for this value, calculation of this value is equal to what? 1 mark. This entire calculation. Similarly, you write this diagram and this 1 mark. Okay? Then according to the final statement, this is according to, what to say, according to perpendicular axis theorem, this simplification 1 mark. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marks you get it. And therefore, I think you have done this question, 8 mark question. Statement, right? State and explain. State the theorem. That means you are, that is you are writing, this is an explanation. It is understood. Statement proper, you have to do this is 2 mark. And explanation. Consider whatever you write the descriptions. Okay? The description, all the things I have given, I have written here. You know how to calculate. Again, you see all this. Similarly, you have written amount of inertia in y-axis. About x-axis, not y-axis. Similarly, about y-axis. This is x-axis. Similarly, you get that. Okay. Up to this 6 marks. That only I worked it out. You have to work 2, 3, 4 times to get the fluency. Now they may ask you state and prove parallel axis theorem. Statement 2 mark and proof that I will do it next time. Okay. And you please practice several times. I'll do the few more problems on this moment of inertia in the next class. That is class number 3.